What is going on, fellow YouTubers? Shadow Gamer AX coming at you with another top 10 video for you guys today. And today we're going to be talking about is the top 10 best anti-heroes in anime. Now, keep in mind, guys, a little disclaimer before we start. This disclaimer is this list is based on my own opinions. This is just made for fun, so do not get mad if your character that you are looking for is not on this list. Now, this list will contain characters that are not in the popular section, so you will not see any My Hero Academia characters, you will not see any Dragon Ball Z characters, nor Naruto characters. This list is filled to the brim with all kinds of other notable series that deserve recognition. And just a little disclaimer for you guys, and who knows, maybe your characters will be in the honorable mentions down and towards the end of the video. Now, with that being said and out of the way, let's begin, ladies and gentlemen. Sitting comfortably in the top 10 spot, we have Satsuki Kiryuin from Kill la Kill. Now, say what you will about Kill la Kill. Now, the reason why she's on this list is basically her drive to kill her mother for the awful deeds that she's done. Even if that means using her friends to get to her. Now that's the definition of an anti-hero. Which, I don't want to spoil anything for you guys if you haven't seen Kill la Kill, but if you have, for those of you that have, you know why she's on this list. And for those that haven't seen it, I'd recommend go checking it out and watching episodes 1 through 26 if you have not already. Which, I don't know why you haven't. Number 9, Mugen from Samurai Champloo. I don't know, man. There's something about Mugen from that series that really grabs me. After, like, when it first released, I've been watching this series 1 through 26. Yes, it's very funny, and I highly recommend checking that anime out. The character of Mugen, from the first impressions that I've got from him, would be his no regard for the safety of his friends. He does what he wants when he wants. Like, you know, gets into battles, doesn't think about his companions that he's traveling with, you know, their safety. You know, does things through his own accord. I like that, man. I love that. I love that in an anti-hero. I haven't seen the series in quite a while, so it's hard for me to actually remember a lot of things about that character. It's like specifics and personal specifics. But yeah, he makes this list because not only because his attitude and his like personality, but his actions as well, man. Say what you will about this list, but it's getting good. Number 8, we have Seto Kaiba from the original Season 1 of Yu-Gi-Oh! Now, this franchise kicked off a lot of things for Yu-Gi-Oh! This first series, I would say the reason why he makes this list is basically because he's the unnoticeable GOAT. Like, a lot of people may have forgotten what Seto Kaiba did, what he represented, and you could say that he's not much talked about in the world of anime. Like, I think he was just forgotten and set away from the wayside, unless you are a diehard Yu-Gi-Oh fan, you would probably recall. But yeah, he's a character that's not really talked about much anymore. So, you know, that's probably why he makes this list, and that's why he's the GOAT that basically kickstarted everything off from scratch. How could I not put this legendary GOAT on this list? Moving right along now, number 7, we have Michiko Malandro from Michiko and Hatchin. Now, if you are unaware of Michiko and Hatchin, I'd also recommend checking this series out. It is a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun watching this anime for the twists, the turns, and the incredible, massive drama and action that goes along with it. Michiko's character within itself, as soon as you watch episode 1 or episode 2, going forward, you will understand quite a bit why Michiko Melandro makes this list. I guess you could say, if I had to put it into words, she makes this list due to her obsession with basically Hachin's father, Hiroshi Morenos. So the ordeals that she goes through is, I'm compelled to help Hachin find her father, and nothing or nobody is standing in my way. That's the kind of badass persona I like in an anti-hero. That and the fact that she is a lone wolf, if you will. She really is hard-headed, and sometimes she argues with Hachin a lot of times through the series. She's hard and thick-headed to convey how she feels about Hachin, and the simple fact that it's hard for her to say that she cares about her, which is, what I've always liked about the series. If you haven't checked out the series, go right ahead, man. It's a really good show. You'll have some fun with that show. Number 6, we have Lupin the Third. Now, say what you will about Lupin the Third, man, but he's been around since the 1950s or 60s. It's quite amazing that this show is well loved and at the same time well unnoticed. It's like the dude has so many freaking series, from movies to series. Jesus, how long has this character been going on for? You also had crossovers with Detective Conan. Man, the dude has it all. I have a lot of appreciation for series that has been around for decades upon centuries, and it's really something to behold. I honestly don't think I need to explain why Lupin the Third makes this list. I mean, he's been around for a very long time. I shouldn't even have to say why he makes the list. But, meh. Sitting comfortably at number 5, we have Tanya von de Gulchaff from Saga of Tanya the Evil. Now, reason why she makes this list is just the nature of her character. She embodies every characteristic of an anti-hero, like in her own twisted, psychotic way, I would say. She's kind of bound to prove a point to being X, and I think that's why she makes this list. You almost can't help but root for the villain, which is very satisfying to see. Number 4, we have Lucy from Elfen Lied. Elfen Lied is a really complex show. When I say complex, I say, I mean complex. Most of the series is about different species and stuff like that. It's a very interesting concept. Now, why Lucy makes this list is basically she hates humans mainly because of how she was alienated by her human peers as a child. Several whom she eventually killed after they captured a puppy and tortured it to death. I'd say her misfortune doesn't stop there. There was a lot of trauma that she's went through as a child growing up until now. So, like I said, it's a very complicated series, but very worth taking a look at if you have any tolerance for, I'd say around blood and gore, but you could work around that. That's fine. Go check it out, man. Really good series. Elfen Lied, Lucy makes this list. It's her convictions and her actions towards others is why she makes this list. The series is dark, and her character really does deserve the number 4 spot. Number 3, Ange from Cross Ange. Ange is a very well developed character, and as to why she's on this list is is because of her whole background, her whole character. It shapes who she is. Just like Elfen Lied, Lucy's character, her character is more toned to dark storytelling, while Ange is well developed, well written from start to finish. I think the reason why she makes number 3 is because of the amount of crap, the things that's tossed her way, the ordeals and problems that are presented before her, everything that she's gone through, everything she will go through throughout the series, everything that, you know, she learned throughout the series. I think it shapes her. Like, it makes her who she is from beginning to end. But like I said, you'd have to check out the series. You need to watch the series from start to finish in order to understand why she makes this list. Because I fucking suck when it comes to explaining why they make this list, or why they do that, why they do this. I'm so bad at explaining things, you know. But nevertheless, if you haven't checked out Cross Ange, I'd highly recommend it, guys. Coming in at the number 2 spot, we have Kazuma the Shell Bullet. Man, I cannot recommend As Cried enough, man. Every single episode that Kazuma goes through, the ordeals that he's faced with, the things that happen to him, the bullshit that's actually tossed his way, and seeing how he actually handles it and basically does things through his own accord, does things on his own, he acts on his own, you know, just seeing how he acts throughout the series and what he endures is the very definition of an anti-hero, and I can have pretty much great respect for this whole entire series, as well as the characters. I mean, this character is the very definition of an anti-hero, and if you have seen As Cried, I cannot recommend this series enough to you guys. Go check this series out if you want a good, fun, amazing thriller. Now, before I unveil my top 10, here are some honorable mentions. Sitting at the number 1 spot, my top pick for this list belongs to Accelerator from A Certain Scientific Railgun, A Certain Scientific Accelerator. Looking back on the differences between Kazuma the Shell Bullet and Accelerator, given the two, because this was a very tough decision for me, I chose the Accelerator because when I first watched him on A Certain Scientific Railgun Season 2, this character, man, he's the type of character, the first moment that he stares you down, he basically makes your spine run cold. And given the option between the two for Accelerator and Kazuma, the differences between the two is a big part of the reason why I chose Accelerator, because one thing you have to take into account was Kazuma is basically a lone wolf that does things his way, while Accelerator is a character that's actually viewed as a villain back at Railgun Season 2 and still has that crazed up eyes when he gets into a fight with other espers. You can say that he makes this list basically because of the past experiences that he has back in Railgun Season 2, where, you know, level 6 shift, where he was killing off all kinds of clones that look like Misaka. The reason why he makes this list is his descent into madness. Like, whenever he sees the dead body corpse, he goes nuts. Like, he doesn't care about people like that. He kills them first, asks questions later. That is what I truly love about the character. That, and the fact that if you follow his character through all 3 series, Index, Railgun, and his own spinoff, you would probably like this character a lot. You would probably understand what the character has gone through, what he's been enduring, what he's trying to accomplish, his redemption, basically doing things his own way, and basically getting revenge for the people that's done him wrong. It's kind of like Venom is. Like, he gets revenge on people that he feels did him wrong. I think when you're comparing Venom to Accelerator is the better version of Venom. If you want to thrift stones about it, I don't mind. Have at it. Let me know what your list is in the top 10 anti-heroes. I'd love to hear your list. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments down below. So if you guys have any kind of ideas and how you would rate these characters, please let me know in the comments down below. I'd love to hear your thoughts and opinions. Also, if you are new to the channel, feel free to hit the subscribe button and ring-a-ding-ding that notification bell. That way you'll be updated on when I upload a video. If you are a returning subscriber, I want to thank you guys for tuning in for this video all the way through. And I hope to see you guys in the next video.